Hey guys, welcome back. Today on our how to do makeup look, I'm going to show you guys how to basically achieve an high makeup look, most especially if you are a beginner and you need something to make you look really glam and ready for that event. So for someone that is starting out as a beginner, you might be really confused on what palette to get. With the varieties of different brands coming up with different eyeshadow palettes and all that. So in case you are confused, so check yourself and know what type of colors are you most comfortable with when it comes to eyeshadow. Are you the type that likes nude? Are you the type that like neutral? Are you the type that like wearing really loud eyeshadow? So that will determine what type of palette you should get. But I would advise you, in order to be able to play around colors or to be able to play safe, play up and play less, I would advise you to get a palette that contains almost all the colors that you would like to want to wear at some point. You can go with palettes that are like this. This type of palettes are really amazing for beginners, for professionals, for makeup enthusiasts, because it contains all that you need to achieve an amazing makeup look. I would advise you get a palette that comes with brown eyeshadow, matte brown eyeshadow, and black eyeshadow. And if you're somebody that you're not really into palette eyeshadows, you want to go ahead and use pigment. These pigments are so versatile that you can use them basically for anything. You can use them as your bronzer, highlighter, and they are so pigmented and they will really last you a long time. Or if you're someone that likes to have your palette really large, this also really comes with nice colors that you can play with. Colors are very fabulous that will really pop on your skin. So you want to go with something like this because it contains neutral tones. This, you can never go wrong with using a neutral tones eyeshadow, and they are very versatile. You can use like a cool tone for me to contour your face. You can use a warm tone for me to bronze your face. You can use eyeshadow that has sheen textures to really like give you that soft glow, or the one that contains shimmer to really give it like that popping highlights. On today's how to beginner eye makeup look, I'm going to show you guys using this Morphe eyeshadow palette. For your eyeshadow application, you need a makeup brush to apply your eyeshadow application. You need a blending brush and you need a flathead brush. Aside the two brushes you need, which is one for packing on the eyeshadow on your lid and the other for blending the eyeshadow, you also need an extra brush that is clean. You are not using that to pick up any product, but you are using it to blend out what you apply on your lid. So in total, you need 3 brushes. First off, you want to do is, before you apply any eyeshadow, no matter how promising the pigment of the eyeshadow is, you want to go ahead and use an eyeshadow primer. An eyeshadow primer not only make your eyeshadow pop, it also make it last long because it's creating a barrier between your lid and the eyeshadow. Now we have a lot of eyeshadow primers to use. You can use a concealer, you can use an eyeshadow primer. There are some eyeshadow primers that barely show up on your skin. They are very liquidy, but they're a little bit bright. They are bright enough to show up what you are going to be applying, and they really make your eyeshadow last really long. And we have concealer. So when you're using a concealer, I would advise you use a concealer that is not so runny. Use a concealer that self-sets itself. That way, it doesn't get runny all over your skin. An example of a concealer that self-sets itself is this Maybelline concealer. This concealer, once you apply it and give it a little bit of time, it starts getting dry. Not completely dry, but it doesn't have that running effect. This is another example of a concealer that self-sets itself, and this is Maybelline Master Conceal. This concealer is my holy grail. Like, I use this concealer for a very long time. It's so amazing. And another one that I'm loving lately is ZK Cosmetics concealer for Now. So these are the concealers you want to use if you're not going to be using a typical eyeshadow primer. Another tip I'm going to be giving you is, if you're going to be using a concealer as your eyeshadow primer, I would advise you use a concealer that is really bright, something that is close to white. If your concealer is really bright and close to white, it allows your eyeshadow to really pop more. It makes the color really show well and very vibrant, as opposed to if you are using a concealer that comes in this color, like a skin tone concealer. These concealers are good for if you're going for maybe a natural look. Then you can go ahead and use like a skin tone concealer. This will further add pigment to the powder you're going to be using on your lid. But if you're looking at using an eyeshadow that is so bright, like the blues, the green, the lemon, I would advise you go with a concealer that is really bright. This will really show up a lot more on your lid. So I'm going to be going ahead to use GLAM concealer for our eye makeup look today, and I'm using neutral. So you want to apply your concealer where it's needed. If you're going to be taking your eyeshadow up close to your brow bone, you want to make sure your concealer gets to that area. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this shade of eyeshadow. So we're using these two eyeshadow here. That's what we are going to be using, and this is going to be my crease. So this is how you want to place your eyeshadow, from like giving it back and forth motion. You can also pat your eyeshadow onto your lid. So I'm going to take it from the outer part of my eyes to inner part of my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the brush that has no color in it. So this is what we are going to use to blend out. As you can see, guys, this is not well blended yet because you can still see the lines of my crease color and my brow bone. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brush. So I'm going to be using this slightly where the line of the crease color meets with my own skin. And we are going to be going to the lid. Like I said, you want to use a brush that is flat edge and is, you know, a flat edge brush, and this brush is from Rubber Beauty. Another way to make your eyeshadow really come out so pigmented is by spraying your eyeshadow with a setting spray and apply the color. Can you see how the color is applying really nicely, guys? I'm patting it down onto my lid, and I'm making it get close to where my crease color starts from. I'm going to go ahead and use my crease color brush. The reason why I'm using my crease color brush to blend out is because of the color that I have left on it. That's the crease color brush. So I'm going to use that to blend that out. So I'm basically going into the line where the colors meet each other. While blending, you don't lose out from the pigment, so you want to go ahead and reapply the eyeshadow where it's needed. So guys, this is it, and look at how well blended this is. I'm just going to quickly go ahead again and blend out the crease color. See, so this is basically what you need. And you can also apply this technique with any eyeshadow colors you want to apply. Hey guys, welcome back to today's video on how to makeup tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to get a perfect eyeliner for a beginner. So if this is something you're interested in, please go ahead and keep on watching, and let's jump right into this tutorial. These are the brushes you need to apply your eyeliner. This is a slightly bent pointed eyeliner brush. We have a pointy eyeliner brush, and we also have angled brush. It gives you the most precise line. So this is so flat. So I have liquid eyeliner, I have gel eyeliner, and I have pen liner. I would advise you go with either a pen eyeliner or you go with a gel liner. I won't advise you go straight with a liquid eyeliner. This can be so messy and can be so difficult to achieve. So this is basically for someone who is used to, you know, applying their eyeliner already. So what you want to do first is you want to look down into a mirror. The reason for doing that is so your lid will stretch out. You won't have any creases, and the application will be a lot easier. First of all, you want to go really light. See what I'm doing? So you're just basically like you are shading. Can you see? Don't be worried about how to perfect your wing at this point. Just make sure you're able to get your liner from the inner part all the way to the outer part of your eyes. To wing out your eyeliner, look straight into the mirror like I'm doing. I'm going to look straight because your eyes are going to be open. With your makeup, it's not going to be closed. So you want to open up your eyes so you could see how your wing eyeliner will look when your eyes are open. So don't close your eyes to draw your wing eyeliner. That is so deceiving, guys, and especially when you have hooded eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and pick little, not so much, and I'm looking straight. The down part of my eye here, this side, I'm going to flick it like so. Can you see? Like so. It's not so dramatic. Then I'm going to go to the beginning of that wing and I'm going to look straight and connect it. Like so. Then you're going to fill in the space. As I'm looking straight, because obviously this is how my eyes is going to be like practically opened. So I'm looking straight into the camera, and if you notice my wing is not so long, so that way it's not going to be crooked and it's not going to be trapped under any fold. Guys, this is just the beginner and basic way to achieve your wing eyeliner. Let me know if this was helpful down in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.